Hi guys, this is Curtis from Pure Smoker, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to clean the mechanical switches on your Prodigy V2.1 switch and the Protege V1.1 switch. Now I'm only going to demonstrate on the V2.1 because basically they're the same switch, just a smaller version in the Protege. So we'll take the V2.1, remove the adapter, slide your switch out. Now some of these switches, the button housing's pretty much stuck in there, so you might have to take a pair of pliers to get your switch out. Be careful when you do this because you will lose your spring if you're not careful. Once you have it apart, there's all the pieces. I like to take the button housing, set it to the side, put the spring in there so it doesn't get lost. Now the first thing that you want to do is you want to remove this contact disc from the button. So you slide this stainless steel button off, set it to the side, and on top of that you're going to have the rubber O-ring on top of the disc. Slide both of those off. You can set the Delrin piece to the side and the O-ring to the side. This is where you grab your sandpaper, take your contact disc, and you want to rub it on the sandpaper and get all that corrosion off. Rough up the surface of the disc. Make sure it's nice and clean. And you can do it to both sides if you wish. That way you can always just flip it over if you need to. And it should look something like that. Then take a little bit of Nolalox, get it on your fingers. If you don't want to get your hands dirty, you can use a Q-tip as always, and just coat the switch or the ring. Once you have it good and covered, sit there. And then you're ready to go back onto the button piece. First is the contact disc. Remember, the bottom side of this disc is what's going to be hitting the contact posts. So the contact disc goes on first, then the O-ring. O-ring goes on top of the contact disc, and then you can put your stainless steel button back on top. This part is done, so you can set that to the side. Next, we need to get these contact posts clean. So, hopefully, it's as easy as just sticking a screwdriver in there and popping them out. If not, I'm sure you can find some creative ways of getting them out. Remove both of the posts. Set your button or your switch housing to the side. Now likely you're going to have some corrosion build up. You can see, you might be able to see a little bit of it on there. Maybe not. There's a little bit of black on the edge of that post. I just put it on the edge of the desk. Rub it on the sandpaper till it's nice and clean all the way around. You don't see any black spots of corrosion on it. You do this with both of the posts. Once you have them clean, do the same thing you did with the contact disc. A little bit of Nolalox and completely cover it. Do this to both posts. Once you have that done, you can reinstall them into the switch housing. want to be, just for, say for good measure, you can take your Noalox bottle and put a little dab on the points of the post where it's going to make contact with the disc. Then take your button, put your spring back in, button housing with the button back inside, reinstall everything back together, make sure it's nice and tight. Might not even hurt to take a little Noalox, put it on top of the contact post where it's making contact with the adapter and the batteries. You could even put some on the bottom of your adapter. Just completely Noalox everything, even the threads. Doesn't hurt. Reinstall it into the tube. Install your adapter. You should be good to go. It's like a champ. Thank you guys.